Okay, hopefully no out of sync.
Yeah. We seem okay. So we were against Genghis Khan, Kagri Beg, Karoli Robert, and Caliph
Ooh,
Abu Bakr, which is Saracens, Mayans, Turks, and Mongols. No new civs, unfortunately.
Karoli Robert, is that that's Magyars.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is
Yep,
Magyar. Sorry.
yep.
What did I read that as?
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. Awesome. We've got Magyars in there. My bad. I obviously cannot read.
But yeah, we have Genghis Khan on the map. That's always cool.
Of course, Mongols for him, and we'll see how this goes. I am personally, I don't want to say it, but I am personally not feeling too confident that Okami is going to win
I
this.
I
Um,
don't think he will.
Place your
Absolutely.
bets, guys. Who do you think is going to win, AI or Okami? It is 4v1, remember, and we did just see.
Oh, he's
He's
listening
listening
to
to
the
the
stream.
stream. And we did just see that phenomenal performance by Barbarian before. Let's see what it can do here. We'll see. Sorry, Okami. I don't doubt your skills, but I'm not
Oh.
going to say anything else. I'll get in trouble. You'll have a go at me. Yes, bad wood there. Obviously that lake and a very small area of wood.
Oh, a very good question in the stream. Will AIs make transport chips to take the middle land on migration? The answer to that is sadly no. That's one of the limitations of AIs. They can't really use transport chips. So maps like Pilgrims and Migration, they are quite bad,
Okay.
sadly.
Yeah, I think AIs have always been fairly bad on water maps, though, haven't they?
Well, they have improved a lot.
Yeah.
I did some 1 versus 3 games on the water map, and I lost every time. So, well, that was 1 versus 3, of
Okay.
course.
Okay. Yeah, but obviously with the migration thing and the actual sending villagers to the middle land, that would be such a disadvantage to the computer player.
Mhm. That's quite a long lure for no loom.
Yeah, should be okay though. That board did block, so
Yeah,
should be able to
exactly.
make it back in time and be just fine.
Oh yeah,
Any
perfect lure.
further, and that would be a little bit dicey. But yeah, so there we
Perfect
go.
lure.
First, you're in and starting to take berries as well. Pretty standard start up and standard build up from Okami here. I can't imagine he's going to try anything out of the ordinary, but what kind of strategy do you think he's going to use here?
I do think he's going either for a flush or fast castle. Flush is a little bit risky.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
pocket goes knights, but of course he's obviously going archers. He picked
Yeah.
Britons especially for that. And also, if the enemy goes archers, the AI can actually micro his units individually, and that's a big
Wow.
strength that humans lack.
Of course, yeah. The
The-
ability to do all that in such a
Yeah,
short
indeed,
space
they
of time. Yeah.
can actually try to dodge arrows, which humans really can't do individually.
Yeah, that is
Then
quite
again,
impressive.
Humans can patrol and AIs can't patrol, so
Okay.
that's again a trade-off.
Yeah, I think he is going to have to finish one of these AIs fairly quickly. Bear in mind he's against 4 here, so he can't afford to let one of them get post-Imperial,
No,
because
if-
that
if-
would be disastrous. He's got to make sure he finishes 1, perhaps even 2, as quickly as he can, I think.
Absolutely. He took a hunting box, and now he's going to get the
Did,
deer,
okay. Yeah, moving over
which
to
is
take the deer.
which is very safe because in AIs don't lame as much as humans do, so they won't.
You
if-
won't see a boar steal, for instance.
You won't see a boar steal, and you also won't see scouts trying to pick off your villagers. You won't see villagers garrisoning if your scout passes by. All those kind of things won't happen, which is quite fair.
Yeah, of course.
I mean-
Yeah, of course, we haven't really... Well, I don't know, do you want to really... There we go, I thought he'd be there. Do you really want to talk about the new sort of tech, the hunting dogs here? I suppose while we've got the opportunity to, we may as well.
Well, it makes hunting, well, not only hunting, it makes your shepherds, your hunters, and your shore fishers 25% faster.
Yeah.
So that's one of... Actually, the tech is pretty much made to give extra options in the Dark Age.
Yeah, it
because the
would
Dark
make-
Age is drop dead boring. And also to make it a little bit faster.
Yeah, the of course giving that extra speed to the boar gather rate, the deer gather rate, it means that drushing can probably come a little bit faster. I think
Yep, yep, yep.
I would say so. And even if you wanted to go up feudal really quickly, I imagine you could shave a few seconds off using hunting dogs in that situation.
Yep, indeed.
But there we saw he found his sheep, fortunately, and he did lure a deer back to the TC as well, which is always good, especially now he does have the hunting dogs, as we just said. But one thing he did point out, he has got quite bad wood here. This is kind of unfortunate, the position of that lumber camp. This is going to be cleared out very quickly, and he's going to have to rebuild a lumber camp fairly soon, which is obviously
Yep,
not
yep.
something you want to do, because it's just a waste of 100 wood there.
Well, most people make two lumber camps in, well, let's say early in the game anyway, so
Well,
I
they'll
think
make
it's
two,
not
but
that
I
bad.
mean, he's going to have to make another one even sooner now, because
Yep,
this
yep.
one isn't going to be on any wood anytime soon. So, yeah. As you see, taking 3 villagers over to gold there, so it looks like he's going to go for a fast castle here, and yeah, he should go for a fast castle here. He's got quite a bit of food coming in. He's going to, of course, finish up these deer here as well. 4 villagers on the berries and 4 farms at the moment also. So we'll probably see archery range and blacksmith once he gets up to the feudal age, and then fast castle from there.
Well, I do notice one thing, he hasn't taken loom yet, and AIs can actually drush, so
Wow, okay.
yeah, they are not very good at it, but they can do it, so if you're not experienced
Yeah.
player and you see a drush, then you're like, whoa, holy
Yeah,
crap.
that is cool. I didn't realize the AI was going to, well, could decide to drush here. That is,
It could. I'm not saying it will do it, but it's
it doesn't
possible.
look like it will now. It's a little bit late for a drush to be coming in now. But
Yep.
yeah, let's have a quick look at the chat log. Okami first to go up to the feudal age. We'll keep an eye on the feudal times and the castle times, of course, for the AIs here. Okami's sending a lot of villagers over to gold right now, and still without loom. But of course, these scouts aren't attacking his villagers, and
Nope,
that
absolutely
is
not.
not really representative of what a human player might do. If they see, of course, villagers without loom at this stage of the game, once they get up to feudal, there's some quite easy picks there for their scouts. But as you can see, sending a lot of villagers over to gold right now. A little bit of a transition away from food and much more wood coming in, and wood and gold going to be really important for Okami here, because as you can see, he's already started to queue up some of those archers already, and he'll be going for crossbows once he gets up to castle, I imagine.
Yep, that's the most obvious thing. We
And
see the Saracens build a barracks, so he might go knights as he is pocket.
where are we looking here?
Blue.
I see blue, yeah. And this is alright. So it looks like, yeah, Okami's gonna go straight for red over here, try and take out red and pressure red quite quickly. I think his army is gonna be quite thinly spread though.
Well, he has to
can't-
take a risk. He has
yeah,
to take risks.
he's got to. He can't afford to just. Yeah, he can't afford to just send his whole army over in one place though, because he could get raided, and that would be pretty bad. We'll see whether the AI actually decides to attack in the Castle Age, or whether they're going to do something else. There we go. We can see archery ranges coming down for the Mongol player here.
Ooh, Genghis Khan.
Yeah, we could see archers out of them, but it would make more sense for those to kind of fast castle, I guess.
Well, I think he's going for a flush, but also one thing we have to keep in mind is possible slings. AI really like to sling in team games, and
Okay.
I think yesterday I was in a game against a Mongol player who was slinged, but he did like being slinged in the feudal age. And I
Oh,
couldn't
okay,
believe that I
right.
was losing against this flush, but it was
Yeah.
like a slinged flush.
So
it was-
strong. Yeah, so
it
strong.
was very strong.
Yeah. Well, we'll see exactly kind of what strategies these AI players are going to go for. No crossbow upgrade just yet, and also, oh yeah, there we go. We do have Bodkin Arrow just finished up, which is of course going to allow Okami to start to pick off some of these villagers and slow down the economies of the enemy players. But of course, right now he can only really realistically go for red and yellow over this side.
Yep, absolutely.
And at all this time, we've got to remember that blue and green down here, they could be starting to build up their economy quite strong. And that is never a good thing, as we've just seen in the last game.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's interesting. Red there making a skirmisher, so obviously it seems that they know how to counter.
Yes, yes, they can actually calculate counter units.
Okay.
Of course, they don't always do the ideal counter, but it's quite good. It's quite good.
No, no, of course, yeah. That's kind of cool. And there we go, crossbow upgrade for Okami there as well. And now he's got most of his army over on the left side. Gonna go and send in a little bit of an attack into yellow here, the Mongol player.
That's gonna be effective.
Yeah, I think it will be, because we saw already that the yellow player here is going for a bit of a a flush. We see skirmishers and archers coming out. See if Okami can actually push forwards here. I noticed your little when they all reach the castle age at the same time there.
Oh, that's nice.
They are
That
not
also
too
means
far.
that there won't be any sling, and that really increases the chances of Okami
Okay.
win this game. Because if they
Yeah.
sling, then it's mostly GG.
Yeah, the power of a sling, especially if you're slinging a pocket player who's going knights, for instance, can be very, very strong. Especially,
Yes.
you know, on Arabia, where it's hard to wall your map, where you're very susceptible to raids. You know, this wood back here, very easily raided. The gold even quite easily raided. Kind of risky. But
Yep.
Okami doing a nice job here, killing off quite a few villagers from yellow. He's taking out the majority of his army. Going to be interested to see if yellow goes for cavalry archers here.
Well, I don't think he has a goal for it, because he already lost like
Yeah.
6 gold miners at that side and 4 on
Yeah.
the other side. 10
Of course,
villagers.
yeah, yeah, that's true actually. I didn't see him lose the villagers on this side, but now you mention it, yeah, he has. So he's making another archery range. We'll probably see more skirmishes for the time being, but Okami doing a really good job here, killing off a lot of villagers for yellow. Over on the right hand side, this is good. You see, now the advantage that he's got here playing as Britons is that his crossbows do have extra range. They do have that +1 extra range for free once they reach the castle age, which does allow him to out micro the computer opponents, as he does have that extra range. So that's going to help him out quite a bit, I think. Massacring villagers on this side, and of course
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
left side
Yellow
as
doesn't
well.
stand a chance.
Yeah, red too. Red losing quite a lot of villagers back here. Desperately trying to get that archer range up, it seems, but Okami doing really good. His score is fairly far ahead of the rest of the field, but you've got to bear in mind that Okami's score is inflated due to actually killing quite a lot of units. You do get score for killing units, and if we take a look at green and blue here, the pocket players, we haven't really seen much military from those yet, and if they're going for an all-out boom, I would go as far as to say as their economies are probably going to be very good at this stage.
Oh, yellow actually pushing back
Oh,
with a lot
yeah.
of skirmishers.
Skirmishers over that side. I just have my eye on red over on this side. Okami killing as many villagers as he can. He really doesn't want to let them get too far ahead, I suppose. Now, yeah, it looks like he's going to go send over to green and blue. I think the aim here is for Okami is to try and harass all of them as much as he can
Yes.
simultaneously.
I think if he gives one of them a chance to get the free boom, then it might look really, really bad.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Well,
I
it seems
think
with-
that's so, yeah.
Yeah, the pocket players are Turks and Saracens, and those are
Pretty
quite strong civs.
Yeah. So here we go. We're moving into green right now. We'll get an idea what he's actually doing, or she, as they're all Barbies. A monk over there on the left for yellow. I think that might have been, you know, going for the relics.
You know, maybe we should not call Genghis Khan a she. That's a bit.
That might be a little bit insulting. But yeah, I saw a monk there coming out. It looked like it was going to go pick up a relic. So as you said earlier in the arena game, they will keep sending monks in vain to try and
Yep.
take out
Nice
this-
micro from
yeah.
Okami there.
Nice micro, avoiding a lot of arrow fire, managing to take out a few skirmishes and crossbows as well. New TC going up on that gold for yellow here, so he cancelling it.
Yep. Well, he gets the resources back, of course, if he
Yeah,
cancels.
he does, but it's obviously screwing his villagers up here.
I do think that Genghis Khan is having a little bit of sling, because that's a lot of skirmishers for having such a
potentially,
wrecked
yeah.
economy.
We see another monk coming out here as well. And as you said again, it is just reiterating that point. He's going to keep sending monks for those relics, I think. There's a relic right here.
Yep.
Looks like he's targeting that, and Okami's going to be able to take them out, obviously, with ease. So that is quite a bit of wasted gold that yellow is getting, having here.
Then again, he has a nice sling on him, so that's a lot of
Yeah.
skirmishers.
Do you think it could be green or blue doing the slinging?
um, yeah, most likely, well, could be
I
either.
suppose, yeah, it doesn't really matter which. The fact is, one of them are. But I think Okami here going to be okay. If we have a look at the upgrades on these yellow skirmishers, they don't have bodkin arrow yet, so that is severely hurting them because, of course, Okami he can get so many shots in before the skirmisher even gets into range. So that is really useful.
Also, quite a few idle villagers at this point.
For Okami, let's have a look at his.
Oh,
eco
only
here.
one. Okay.
There are two right now.
Okay.
It must have been like a wood camp or something. Villagers blocking each other. Okami up to 3 TCs.
It's going quite good.
Yeah, it isn't going too bad. I think he may eventually go for a 4th because you've got to bear in mind now with the 250 population limit, a 4th TC is kind of needed in a sense if you want to keep that army figures, the army amounts high even. Still an absolute wrecking ball over on red here. Red just losing a lot of units. It doesn't look like red's being slinged at all.
No, if it is, then actually Okami would have quite a chance in the game.
Yeah, but I would go as far as to say now that the green is going to be getting a pretty good eco. I'm going to be curious to see exactly what is going on down here. Whether they're going to be going up to the Imperial Age in around 35-ish minutes. It could be on the cards, and we can see that 4th TC from Okami right there, starting to move out, take some more map control. Oh, a conversion.
Yep.
Over on this side, there we go.
Yeah, there was a monk that was sent out to get knights, blue knights.
From blue, and so it looks like green might have been doing the slinging. Blue here going to start making some knights, and if blue gets up to kind of like the critical mass, Okami could be in a little bit of trouble. But these knights not really fully upgraded just yet. They don't have the +2 defense, which is of course something that you would get if you were up against crossbows. More monks though, monks everywhere. These AIs do like their monks, it seems.
Absolutely. Well, it's mainly because that one relic that is still behind Okami's town. As long as Okami doesn't take it, the AI will try to take it.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah. More knights coming in from both green and blue.
Where are they? I don't see.
Yeah, I saw them running past some crossbowmen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's quite a few knights from green right there. That is 3, 6, 7, maybe 8 knights running up towards Okami's base.
There are more, so...
Yeah, Okami adding on the right-hand side 2 barracks right now. He may go for some defensive pikemen to just try and defend his economy a little bit, as we said earlier.
He will need them because the AI... Oh, a lot of blue knights here as well.
Okay, yeah. This is going to be tough now. This is going to be tough. Blue and green both going to be sending a lot of knights towards Okami's base. Okami's going to need those units.
And he needs loom really badly.
Yeah. There we go, knights starting to get into his eco right now. I don't know whether these knights, are they going to target down Okami's military, or are they actually going to go and try and raid his villages?
It's a little bit of both. They can do anything, I think. I'm not sure exactly what they will do now, but...
Yeah, of course. We'll see. Pikeman upgrade not on the way yet. So Okami not quite prepared for this just yet. He doesn't have any upgrades on his pikeman / spearman yet. Losing a few villagers here as well. He has finally got loom, make them a little bit more resistant, but that is a hell of a lot of knights. Worrying.
Yeah, and the knights absolutely attacking the villagers right there.
Yeah, a bit of both. Spearman gonna come in. Is he getting the? Nope, still no pikeman upgrade. He's gonna need some more barracks here because he will really need to defend. And yeah,
whoa,
not good. We see, like, crossbowmen, they're great. They're really good at killing off villagers, raiding, attacking people's economies. But you really do need quite a lot of them if you're going up against knights, because whilst they do take out knights, if they're in a large amount of large numbers, at the moment he doesn't have those large numbers, and that's a big problem. As you can see, blue here upgrading the defense on his knights, so is green. So the crossbowmen pretty ineffective right here, and Okami is going to be relying on spearmen quite a lot.
He is making pikeman upgrade now, though.
Yeah, just being researched. But that is a large chunk of his economy lost. One TC about to go down just by knights, I think.
Yeah, and that's 1 town center going down at east side as well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Of course, he has got more behind. I can hear monks coming in as well. And of course, this is where it's a little bit bad, because whilst Okami's defending, you've got to bear in mind, yellow and red here are going to start building up. And yeah, very worrying indeed. Okami managing to defend for the time being, though. He isn't being absolutely overrun just yet. He is making a few pikemen right now. Green sending in some monks. Kind of interesting. He's going to get a few conversions there, actually, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Okami going to be continuing that the production of crossbows. The problem is now, if we have a look at... just have a look at his farming. Look at his farming. There is hardly any food income at the moment whatsoever, and he is forced off of gold as well, which is going to make it so hard for him to make any units, because you've got to bear in mind right now his options are pikemen or crossbows. Without gold he can't make the crossbows, and without food he can't make the pikemen, and it could just be a downhill spiral here.
Well, pretty much half his economy is
Overrun by
idle. Idle, hiding in the town centers.
Yeah, we've got red coming in as well with some pikemen, also some monks coming in as well. Okami tried to get out on the right hand side with the TC there on that stone, but didn't go up. Green pressured that with his knights, and Okami's just trying to get out these spearmen right now, the pikemen even. He's doing his hardest to get them out. But if you look at his military production, he cannot afford to make much more military right here. His economy is in really bad shape at the moment.
Whoa,
And
this
he's
is
saying
GG.
it's too much, yeah. I would have to agree with him on that. I mean, just the amount of knights, there we go. Okami resigns.
Yep.
And the AIs are victorious. And wow, just look at blue right there.
That's an amazingly outboomed town, actually.
Yeah.
That's better than my economies, mostly.
So our prediction was correct. The
Yep.
AIs did take it, but I can't help but think 4 is perhaps doable, but maybe just perhaps doable if one was to practice for it. But I think 3 is probably doable, because if we have a look at the state of red right here, we have a look at yellow, they are
Yeah.
really far behind, and I think Okami could have held off blue if green wasn't there.
Yeah,
If he
indeed.
just had to deal with 1, I think he could have done it. So I think 3 is doable, but 4 is just way too much at the moment.
Yep, absolutely. But he's a really good player, so.
Of course, yeah, he is very good. Don't try this at home, kids. unless you're 2.2k or perhaps more. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, I mean he did a really good job on red. I mean red is out. Red has nothing. So yeah, kind of